Hajime. Maxi in the draw phase. Of course, we have cross out designate to negate that fool. Negate the C. By banishing our own, of course. TCG has 3 copies of this card somehow. Absolute insanity. We're going to be starting off with our Tabari to special summon a ninja from the hand. We're then going to use our Kagero to reborn a ninja from the grave face down to now perform a link summon into Saizo. Saizo is going to be setting up a ninjutsu art in the back row, which will be our ninjutsu art of duplication to summon a ninja from the deck. We're going to use the ninjutsu art tool of Iron Digger to pop itself by banishing a ninja, and then we're going to reborn that ninja we banished after popping ourselves, but we can also pop any card in the field. We're now going to perform a fusion summon, Maizen the Battle Ninja, and then we're going to quickly get rid of it to go into an I sold ninjas. What the heck? I'm not familiar with this. Wait, did we use the wrong ash? We ashed on its summon? On Link Summon, yeah, we ashed the wrong effect. You want to ash the effect of summoning a monster from the deck, not the first effect of adding a monster, because that added monster can't even be summoned that turn. That's a huge debate. Do learn that, remember that. Sending 4 from the deck as a cost, Hanzo would not have been summoned. Hanzo on summon, add the Ninjutsu Baku, which on add with special summon onto the field. Then recycling the Iron Digger from the graveyard back to our hand. Very nice. And now we're performing our fusion summon again into Maizen Battle Ninja. It's not that crazy of an I-sold play that many other decks do. I guess we're just ending on Maizen. So what happens here is your ninja monsters can attack directly, and if your opponent activates a card effect, you could special summon a ninja from your deck, which could turn into disruption. Plus we have the ninjutsu art of duplication. We're going to draw phase up, add our Diablo Star. Very nice. Discarding the Star to Synchron to summon our Diablo Star, setting up into the back row our original Sin. We are now, in response to the Revolution Synchron, going to tribute the Maizen is summoned from the deck, a Tobari, a Mitsu, a Green Ninja, and another Tobari. Now, you got to be careful with Mitsu on the field. If you activate a monster effect, she will negate. And Tobari has the effect of fusion summoning during the opponent's turn. Using with the Green Ninja to come forth and summon Yagu Maru. Yagaru Maru is going to be banishing from the graveyard to pop a card in the field. And we also have Green Ninja flipping another card in the field face down as we still have our monster negate. And by popping, we are banishing. Now, the Star to Synchron will be able to reborn from the grave by tributing the face-down Diablo Star, and the Mitsu will negate by flipping a face-down ninja face up. We flip down, monster negate, banish a card off the field. We have done it. We got the finger for Ash. On your mark, get set, go is going to be searching for a Star to Synchron. Now, we are playing the Super Heavy Samurai engine with our Synchron deck. Ash is negating the motorbike from searching our deck for a Super Heavy. Now, surely we got some plays here. We have Fateful Adventure. Wait, did you search for Synchro Worlds? Wait, you didn't even activate the effect to Synchro. You actually searched the search effect, which no one really uses besides a Synchron deck. Because this says Crimson Dragon on the card's effect, it is searchable on summon with Crimson Dragon. Ain't no way. Crimson World activate. We're going to use Revolution Synchron to reborn itself from the grave as a level 1. We're going to use the Stardust Illumination to change the level of the Excel Synchro to level 9, as we can now make a Dissipator, triggering the Hyper Librarian again. Jet Synchron, discard a card from the hand, reborn from the grave. It will be banished once it leaves the field, as it is happening right now, as we now make our Stardust Synchron. Now, the Frame Lord Omega is toxic. It's going to start ripping cards out of the opponent's hand. And then the Dissipator is going to reborn it back in the field to rip even more cards out of their hand. And we also have the Baron de Flor now at level 11 thanks to the field spell to then summon a level 11 Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. What the heck is this? Now, wait, we're not reborning Omega after banishing a card, or we're going to make a different play. We're not even using Omega's effect. What the heck? Another Crimson Dragon. So I'm thinking it's a hard once per turn effect, but we could use the effect during the opponent's turn. Okay. Synchro World is increasing the level of Baron de Flor to level 12. I'm assuming that's not until the end of the turn. It's probably until the opponent's turn also, so we could then target it with the Crimson Dragon. We now have Shen Shen. Any card sent from the field to the grave is banished. What the heck did we accomplish here? We accomplished a lot. The Dissipator is going to be able to destroy a monster in response to its card effect. We have Baron to Floor, negate anything. We have Majestic Shooting Star, I believe just negates anything. It states that when your opponent activates a card, you banish and then negate. We then have the Shen Shen, any card sent to the grave is banished. I think I already said that. And the Crimson Dragon is going to be the bigger play here. Are you ready? We're going to completely shut down the opponent's turn. There's something that is banned in the OCG. This is banned. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity activate. You gotta summon it on Chainlink 1 or it misses the timing. You cannot chain to its effect, and once its effect resolves, your opponent cannot activate cards nor effects in response to this, by the way, but for the rest of the turn, they cannot activate cards or effects on the fields. Ain't no freaking way. Now, you could activate an effect from the hand. You could activate an effect from the grave. You can't put a card onto the field face up because that's activating it. And if the card's already on the field, it cannot activate. So hopefully you understand what that means, not being able to activate cards and effects that you control. If it said you cannot activate effects at all without the you control means the field. So the hand, if let's say we had a Lubellion in the hand, Lubellion could still activate and search for a Bystial. Bystials could still summon onto the field. Dissipator chaining to the Noble Knight Shield Bearer to negate its effects. There you go. Activate monster effects in the hand, which is completely fine. Damn. Negate, negate, negate. Can't activate anything. Sent from the field to the grave gets banished. Holy moly. The Noble Knight Shield Bearer is going to be grabbing a Baku from the deck by banishing itself, triggering Baku to special summon itself onto the field. We now have the Hidden Village as we're going to be making X-Saber Invoker, which is a play to make Isolt. We summon a warrior from the deck. Now this warrior specifically will grab a Heroic Call, which allows us to summon a warrior from the hand or grave. And now with the Isolt, we could summon any warrior from the deck. We are on summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Before the Isolt could even activate, even with the Call by the Grave in the hand, we are going to be tributing that field. Ghost Spell negating the Heroic Call ability of summoning a monster from the hand or grave. Of course, we have Call by the Grave to finger and negate. So we have double monster negate, which we could attack over to stop the negates. We activate anything, the Maizen will summon a ninja from the deck, and we have ninjutsu duplication, which could summon multiple ninjas from the deck. Let's see what we could do through about 4 disruptions. We got Max C for all that special summoning, yes? On your mark, get set, duel. We're gonna chain the ninjutsu art notebook, which we did not chain Max C to. Uh-oh, Geo is now here. Geo on flip could flip cards on the field face down, and they're permanently face down. Grabbing a Revolution Synchron. Now, Maxi would have been negated by Apollo, by the way, so it's not that crazy that we didn't do it, but we're still going to do it even though we didn't do it before. Negate. Eat up one of those negates. As the duplication tributing a level 8 is going to summon ninjas that equal up to level 8. So that could be like a 1, a 2, a 6. So we're going to be doing a 4, a 1, and a 2. We're going to be triggering the Kagaro on summon, reborning a monster from the graveyard face down as the field spell recycles our ninjutsu cards in the grave. Geo is back on the field. Very nice. Now, we have too much ninja action. The green ninja, also, if we were to fuse with it, could flip a card in the field face down. Mitsu would be a monster negate. That was great. Ninjas! You have to chain Max C to Dimension Shifter. If it resolves, you can no longer Max C because it needs to be sent from the hand to the grave by cost. The Ash does not get sent from the hand to the grave by cost, thus, it could still be activated. Did not chain Max C. Now, wait, we shifted on our turn. So, correction, you would Max C on their turn if they are shifting on their turn. I don't think that you should have Max C on your own turn. That was correct. This is fine. Gene Raider Boss Stage. It triggers once the opponent draws a card. You drew a card, it now gets triggered. The trigger is we're going to be summoning a Gene Raider from the deck. Any Gene Raider it is. And then by summoning a Gene Raider, we trigger the other effect to fill the field with tokens. Now, Lopter, Shadow of the Gene Raider bosses will boost up those tokens at 2,500 attack. And we have the other effect to tribute a token to summon from the deck a Har. Har could tribute 2 of our cards to negate anything, but we then just got negated by Dark Ruler no more. By the way, I can't get the image out of my head. That stupid meme. Someone made a meme picture of the Dark Ruler, an actual ruler that's dark that's getting blasted. All right, we are now going to be pathfinding for the Kashtira field spell by adding a card that triggers the Har to make you get rid of a monster from the hand. We have Kashtira field spell grabbing a unicorn. We, of course, could not have max seed at any moment here because of the dimension shifter from the previous turn still affecting this turn. We have the Rise Heart banishing Fenrir. We have the limited 1 birth, by the way, summoning that Fenrir back in the field to then search our deck for another Kashtira monster, which will be our tier limit Kashtira, not the Scareclaw one. Interesting. Come forth and summon, banish the top 3 cards of our deck. To battle we go. Let's clean up this field. Banishing the 1 of Zeus from the extra deck. Fenrir on attack, banishing the field spell off of the field here, wiping up the Lopter and tokens. Now the Retribution requires for us to control an Evil Eye. And while controlling an Evil Eye, if they activate a spell or trap, we will be able to negate. So it is not looking good for us whatsoever. We're going to be banishing that face down trap. Be gone you go, banished face down. And now anything sent to the grave will be banished instead. We still cannot max C. Now Vala. Vala is a great card if we weren't facing against Kashtira because it could summon a Gene Raider from the hand or grave, but our Gene Raiders are banished. So we're getting countered by everything being banished. Birth, rebirthing back in the field, still cannot use Maxi. Maxi is locked down by Shifter, locked down by a Rise Heart. We at no moment can we even activate our Max C, and you have to feel bad for them not being able to use Max C. Theosis summoned from the deck. We could have Ashed that if we want to, but should we even do anything? I feel like we're just giving up, right? We're giving up. This is over. Just finish us. This is the final turn. Let's speed this up even. We are going to Shang-Ri, start locking up zones here. Now, why even mess with Shang-Ri? What you could do is summon another Rise Heart if you want to. Banishing the face down Revolution Synchron, trigger, add a banished card back. Come on, please just finish this duel. What are we doing here? Is this BM or what? All right, to battle we go. That's lethal, right? Thank you. Lethal damage. Very well done, Icky. Thank you. Hopefully Gene Raider will have a better showing for game 2. Interested to see if we have any good plays here. The Evil Eye Unleashed is a really good turn 1 play, ideal for Evil Eye. Randomly milling a Selene, which could play itself back onto the field from the grave. That is great. Grabbing a Gorgon. Serziel now cannot be targeted nor be destroyed by battle or card effects. It is unstoppable, and it also has the effect to destroy a special summon monster. So monster negate, destroy a special summon, negate a spell or trap, negate a monster, boss stage, which will turn into another negate. We have about 5 disruptions. Let's go. Can we play through it? Can we play through it? Lopter, triggering the field spell, summoning 2 tokens. Okay. Oh yeah, Serziel was just added to Duel Links. That's something I'd be interested in checking out. Dark Ruler no more. We can't chain a monster effect to it, but we have our Evil Eye Retribution, Counter Trap, Negate. 4 disruptions left. Monster Negate, Monster Pop, and then we're going to use the Lopter effect to summon from the deck. The other disruption I've already been counting, which is going to be the Har. Har, even if you add a card from your deck to hand, that's another disruptive play it could do by forcing them to get rid of a monster from the hand. So it's kind of an extra disruption. I'm not really going to count it. We still have our 4 disruptions. Har is going to tribute itself plus another card to negate and destroy the field spell. So we are now at 3 disruption, and we're actually going to go into another disruption here. What's great about this is, I think this is what's activating here. This is the Basal Trice. Basal Trice can link off during the opponent's turn for an extra disruptive play. So we're now at 4 disruptions back up. after using our negate. This could turn into negate a monster or destroy any card in the field. Let's see what we do. Sergio could pop the Kashtira, then we could link off. Yes. Imperm, negate. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We still have 3 more disruptions. Sergio pop, Basal Trice pop, Crystal Wing, negate and destroy. Pop it in response to Theosis. Theosis targeting to then summon a Kashtira from the deck. If the monster leaves the field, you do not get to summon. We're now down to 2 disruptions here. Basal Trice going into one of those 2 disruptions with the ability to pop any card in the field. The Selene equip counts as a link material for a link 3 summon. Now, we do not have the Selene equipped, but that's where the Unleash triggers from the graveyard to equip the Selene to give it that disruptive power. It is also untargetable, completely indestructible, cannot be stopped. All right, all right, all right. We can special summon that Unicorn. We can then pop it with the Surzeal. We'll do it during the end phase, why not? And we still had Crystal Wing. We still had the ability to negate any monster effect. We didn't even use up everything. Surzeal is forced to be activating its effect here, negating a monster it's pointing to. Even if there's no monster, it still activates. Come forth and summon Vala. Vala reborning the Har. Holy moly, we have 12,000 damage here. Evil Eye Gene Raider is here. Let's go. I'm excited for this deck. I like it. Generally, the thought process is if you take 2 rogue decks and you combine them, the deck actually gets worse. But is that the case here? They have synergy, the synergy with the field spells. The Ancient Fairy being able to get the Surzeal back on the field, and not only that, also searching for a Gene Raider boss stage. I think the synergy is absolutely insane. So Revolution Synchron and a Surzeal, that's big plays. Just those 2 cards, you got that wham bam thank you ma'am. Wanted Seeker in the draw phase to play around our Droll and Lockbird here. Now, where are our Kashtiras? We gave up on Shifter to instead summon our Diablo-Star, which Diablo-Star is not summonable under Shifter. And what's cool about the Sinful Spoils of Doom, instead of searching the trap, which is a negate anything, this will keep your Diablo-Star in the field. Even though the trap sends Diablo-Star, then she reborns from the graveyard, this has the ability of not dealing with just 1 card. This could deal with more cards. It can destroy multiple monsters in the field that are 2,500 attack or less. So that's why you'd want to use this instead, potentially. All right, all right. Vala summoning from the hand by discarding, activating to reborn the Lopter. And this is where the spell could just wipe out the entire field. Lopter summoning from the deck a Gene Raider Mardell. Mardell's going to be searching for a Gene Raider spell, a Gene Raider card, that is. 0/0, full wipe, just as we said, dealing with multiple cards instead of just 1. We have our Evil Eye Domain grabbing our Surzeal. We have not used up our normal summon yet. Surzeal grabbing any Evil Eye card, which will of course be our Evil Eye Unleashed. Unleashed as a cost will send 2 cards in the deck to the grave to grab a Selene. And with the Gorgon in the grave, we're going to discard a card to then search our deck for an Evil Eye spell or trap, which will be the Retribution to negate any spell or trap, which again, the Dark Lord no more will be negated by it. Evil Eye activates to grab the Selene, equip, and let's go. So what did we accomplish here? Let's talk about that. We have Spell and Trap card negate. We have Destroy a Special Summon Monster. We have Negate any card. And the Basal Trice could summon from the hand or grave, which will turn into another disruption. This is a hand or grave summon. So we have about 4 disruptions, not counting the Call by the Grave. Can we play through all of them? You drew a card, trigger summon the Lopter, trigger summon a bunch of tokens. Lopter could then summon the Har. Har could then negate anything. We're gonna wait on that. And the Sinful Spoils of Doom does deal with the Diablo-Star on the next turn after it was activated. We are now summoning that Har. This is it. And the Har is going to be having extra disruption here. Not only will it negate anything, but by adding a card to your hand, you now have to get rid of one of your monsters. You have to send it to the grave. Dark Lord no more, negate. With Evil Eye Retribution, we have 3 more disruptions. Very well done, very well done. What else now? Selene just further scooping it up. Special Unicorn, Surzeal will then pop it. You then do something else. We have Har that could negate it. You then do something else. We then have the Link 3. if we have room after the hard tributes, to then pop any card in the field. Gene Raider Evil Eye is here, and it is top tier in Sync's hands.